Good morning, everyone. Today, we are taking a visual deep dive into an airline that is more than just a carrier. It's a global icon of luxury and service. We'll be exploring the journey of Singapore Airlines, or SIA. From its formation in 1972, SIA has grown into a powerhouse with a group fleet of over 180 aircraft, a network spanning over 110 destinations, and a consistent 5-star Skytrax rating that sets the industry standard. This presentation will explore the key pillars of its success and the challenges that lie ahead.
At the heart of SIA's success is its sophisticated dual-brand business model. The group operates a synergistic portfolio. On one hand, you have the flagship, Singapore Airlines, which is synonymous with luxury and targets premium leisure and corporate travelers. On the other, you have Scoot, the budget-friendly arm for medium and long-haul routes, capturing a younger, price-conscious demographic. This strategy allows them to capture a wider share of the market. As you can see from the revenue breakdown, passenger travel is the primary driver, supported by a strong cargo operation.
But to understand SIA today, we must look at its remarkable history. It's truly a great way to fly. The story begins in 1947 as Malayan Airways Limited, with its first flight from Singapore to Kuala Lumpur. The pivotal moment came in 1972 when Malaysia-Singapore Airlines, or MSA, split and Singapore Airlines was officially born. This was also the year the iconic sarong kebaya uniform was introduced, becoming a timeless symbol of Asian hospitality. The airline quickly became a pioneer. In 1977, it briefly entered the supersonic age with a joint Concorde service. By 1989, it was a trans-Pacific leader, being the first to operate the Boeing 747-400 megatop across the Pacific. In 2000, it expanded its global reach by joining the Star Alliance network. And in 2007, it made history as the launch customer for the Airbus A380, the world's largest passenger aircraft. This legacy of innovation continues today, with a focus on sustainability, new premium cabins, and digital advancements.
This history has built three key icons of excellence that define the brand. First, the Singapore Girl, introduced in 1972, remains the enduring symbol of SIA's service excellence. Second, the airline is famously the world's most awarded, consistently topping Skytrax and other industry rankings for decades. Finally, it's a leader in ultra-long-haul travel, holding the record for the world's longest commercial flights, connecting Singapore to New York.
An airline of this scale cannot operate in isolation. SIA leverages a robust key partners network across varying sectors. This includes global alliances through its membership in Star Alliance and strategic joint ventures with airlines like Lufthansa and Garuda Indonesia. In its corporate ecosystem, it holds a strategic 25.1% stake in the Tata Group's Air India and wholly owns the low-cost carrier Scoot. Operational excellence is ensured by partners like the SIA Engineering Company for MRO services, SATs for catering, and manufacturers like Airbus and Boeing. Finally, its commercial and hub partners are vital, from the KrisFlyer ecosystem with Amex and Visa to the foundational relationship with the Changi Airport Group and the Singapore Tourism Board.
So, what are the key activities that bring all this together? Passenger flight operations, managing a modern, fuel-efficient fleet across all continents, service excellence and training. This includes the rigorous training for the Singapore Girl and curating award-winning in-flight experiences. Engineering and MRO, ensuring fleet airworthiness through the SIA Engineering Company. Cargo and logistics, operating Singapore Airlines cargo for global freight. Loyalty program management, managing the KrisFlyer and PPS Club programs to retain high-value customers. Strategic partnerships, leveraging its alliances to extend network reach. This also includes managing the wider SIA Group portfolio, like Scoot and the Vistara joint venture, to capture diverse market segments.
To perform these activities, SIA relies on four categories of key resources. Modern fleet and hub. This includes a young, efficient aircraft fleet, A350s, B787s, the world-class Changi Airport hub, and top-tier MRO facilities. Human capital, most famously the Singapore Girl, which represents a deep culture of rigorous training and service excellence. Brand and intellectual. This covers its globally recognized premium brand, valuable landing slots at major airports, and the robust KrisFlyer loyalty program. Tech and financial. This refers to its historically strong balance sheet, advanced digital booking platforms, and its industry-leading KrisWorld in-flight entertainment.
All of these elements combine to deliver on SIA's core value propositions and its central promise: to provide air transportation services of the highest quality. This translates into 4 pillars for the customer. 1. Service excellence. Personalized, intuitive in-flight care personified by the Singapore Girl. 2. Product leadership. Continuous investment in a modern fleet and luxurious cabins. 3. Culinary mastery. A dining experience that rivals fine restaurants, featuring services like Book the Cook. 4. Global connectivity. Seamless travel through the strategic hub at Singapore Changi Airport, enhanced by Star Alliance.
This value proposition allows SIA to master its customer segmentation landscape. While the brand has a universal appeal, it targets 3 primary customer segments: the corporate traveler, who values schedule efficiency and premium services; the premium leisure traveler, or experience seeker, who values comfort and brand reputation; VFR and families, who value direct routes, safety, and generous baggage allowance. Overlaying all of this is the brand loyalist, a critical cross-segment engaged through the PPS Club and KrisFlyer programs.
SIA excels at mastering customer relationships by blending emotional connection with digital innovation. This is built on 4 pillars: deep personalization, addressing passengers by name and remembering preferences; the Singapore Girl. The cabin crew acts as the primary relationship builder, trained for 4 months, far above the industry average. Dual loyalty strategy, using the broad KrisFlyer program and the exclusive high-value PPS Club. And seamless digital journey, reducing friction through the Singapore Air app and 24/7 omni-channel support. It all comes down to the service profit chain. Happy staff leads to happy customers, which leads to higher profits.
This relationship is managed through a sophisticated omni-channel strategy. This includes direct digital channels like SingaporeAir.com and the mobile app. It includes the physical experience at Silver Kris lounges and in the cabin. It uses indirect and partners like travel agents via Global Distribution Systems, or GDS, and OTAs like Expedia. And it extends into a lifestyle ecosystem with KrisFlyer, the Kris Plus lifestyle app, and Kris Shop. This is all supported by 24/7 social engagement for brand building and customer service across all major platforms. Now, let's turn to the financials. This cost structure analysis for 2023-24 financial year shows total operating expenses of SGD 16.285 billion. The key insight is that net fuel cost remains the single largest expense at 31.2% of the total, or SGD 5.1 billion. Non-fuel costs rose by 13.5%, driven by increased capacity, inflation on staff costs, SGD 3.5 billion, and higher airport and handling fees, SGD 2 billion. Despite these rising absolute costs, the group has managed its unit cost, or CASK, through high aircraft utilization and digitalization.
On the other side of the ledger, revenue streams for the same period were exceptionally strong, hitting a total of $19.0 billion. The segment breakdown is clear. Passenger flown, including both SIA and Scoot, is the core business, accounting for 82.5% of all revenue. Cargo and mail follows at 11.3%. Engineering and others, which includes MRO services and KrisFlyer revenues, makes up the remaining 6.2%.
This slide on financial performance and recovery vividly illustrates the post-pandemic story. The bar chart on the left shows the sharp pandemic-induced dip and the powerful V-shaped recovery, with recent years posting record-breaking revenue and profitability. This is mirrored by the passenger load factor on the right, which has rebounded from historic lows back to strong, pre-pandemic levels, showing how effectively SIA has captured returning demand.
Of course, this success doesn't happen in a vacuum. The competitive landscape is fierce. SIA's defensive moat is built on three key strengths: its premium branding, its Changi hub strategy, and its dual brand portfolio. The challengers are significant. The Gulf giants, like Emirates and Qatar, are a high threat, offering aggressive pricing and rival premium products. Asia-Pacific premium rivals like Cathay Pacific and ANA compete heavily on service, and low-cost carriers like AirAsia put pressure on regional routes, a threat countered by Scoot. As the Skytrax rating chart shows, this is a neck-and-neck competition for quality. SIA's strategic outlook isn't to be the cheapest, but to justify its premium price through consistency and innovation.
And the strategy is working. Let's look at the financial performance highlights for the full year 2023-24. The results were stellar. The highest net profit in history at $2.68 billion, a 24% increase year over year. This was driven by a group revenue of $19.0 billion. Operationally, the group carried 36.4 million passengers and achieved a record-high passenger load factor of 88.0%.
However, the airline is constantly navigating turbulence. It faces a complex landscape of key strategic challenges. These include volatile fuel prices, which are its largest cost, intense global competition from the rivals we just discussed, significant sustainability pressures to reach net zero by 2050, with sustainable aviation fuel costing 3 to 5 times more than conventional jet fuel, geopolitical instability affecting airspace and routes, global economic uncertainty dampening premium demand, and supply chain constraints delaying new aircraft and parts.
In conclusion, despite this significant turbulence, Singapore Airlines' strategic outlook remains clear. As we've seen, the airline continues to leverage its core strengths, its powerful brand equity, its unwavering focus on premium service, and the unmatched strategic advantage of its Changi Airport hub. By balancing operational excellence with strategic foresight, SIA is well-positioned to maintain its market leadership and continue defining a great way to fly for years to come. Thank you.